It's two dudes with attitudes, a wrestling podcast with Ryan Enjoys Wrestling and MWO. And this is our WWE Royal Rumble review show where we're going to talk all things that crazy Royal Rumble, the women's match, men's match, Gunther and AJ Styles, and don't forget Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. Ryan, are you ready? Because this was full of surprises. It was revolutionary, and I feel like this is the start of an era. Am I wrong? Because that's what 6'7" Triple H. Yeah,
that's what everybody says, man. Triple H, he is every week he said he's Inigo Montoya. You killed his father. Prepare to die. Hey, I'm Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Every week says the same thing. Even the six-fingered man has said, "Stop saying that," because we got to get rid of that. That's dumb. We're done.
It is. And the thing is that then people have expectations, and then those expectations are taken away, and then Wheezy will make a TikTok making fun of everybody for having high hopes. So we got to stop this trend, and I'm sick of seeing her face on my FYP. So, Ryan, are you ready to break this Rumble down?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Here we go.
All right, let's go.
Two dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the two dudes and our attitudes ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton, they here to get your attention. A 5-star broadcast shit, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all E. The two dudes with the attitudes that bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on, time to lock in. Listen to the podcast where they get it poppin'.
All right, and as always, when we do a review, we are going to give our 2 thumbs with attitudes. We'll each give a thumb up or a thumb down. Let's see if any matches get the double thumbs up or the double thumbs down. I think we might have a couple that will. And with that said, to get a thumbs up, you got to be at 80% or better. So if you get under an 80%, doesn't mean the match might have not, it wasn't great. It didn't suck. It just wasn't good enough to get our approval. We ain't Dave Meltzer, y'all. All right. Ryan once again got the match order right. He keeps bragging, y'all, but I want to see him man. Let's see him get an AEW one right, because he's yet to even come close. So I think he hasn't even hit one.
AEW I've missed completely on several, but that's because they have 35 matches and they add them the day of the show too. And I'm like, man, like nobody knew about this 0-hour match rolling into the first match. Like that doesn't count. That's not the opener.
No, but you are pretty good on WWE. I think this is your 3rd or 4th one you've gotten perfect. So all right. Let's get with it. You are. So the women's champion or the women's Royal Rumble match had Liv Morgan winning. She last eliminated Sol Ruka and then won Tiffany Stratton to become the new Royal Rumble winner. And she will go on to face somebody at WrestleMania. I got to say, Ryan, I love that they said that she earned her main event spot at WrestleMania. She's going to main event a night. Yeah. Really?
I think she should. I think she deserves
it. Main event? She going to main event? She's going to main event?
Yeah.
Let's stop with that shit. No, but she won. Surprises galore. We had Brie Bella. All right. So what'd you think? Thumbs up or thumbs down, Ryan? What'd you think of this match?
We had the return of Tiffany Stratton, too, which
you told me last week when I said
a surprise. It is not.
It was not a surprise. So that doesn't count.
I stand by that. Yeah, I stand by that. To the Wheezies and the Johnnies, that's a big surprise. Nobody saw that coming. Come on, we all saw it coming. But
I literally said it last week, and you dogged me for it.
Yeah, no, it's not a surprise because we've seen her recently. Like a surprise is Brie Bella. A surprise is AJ Lee. A surprise is somebody that we haven't seen in a long, long time. And we didn't.
But Brie was the only one, right? Other than like random NXTers like Sol Ruka, which we all knew. Those are surprises. So it's Brie Bella, right? That was it. There was nobody else.
So. Yeah,
Tiffany and Brie, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead. What do you think of the match?
I give this match. I actually enjoyed the Women's Rumble. I thought it was a good Royal Rumble. I give this 2 thumbs up. I enjoyed number 1 and number 2 being Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. I thought it was going to be Sol Ruka and Zarya. And but I was kind of right because it was a tag team, and I liked that they were creative with how they didn't touch each other to eliminate each other. They hugged it out. They were posing in the ring, and then number 3 came out, and then the Rumble began. I thought this match was very, very well produced. I thought Lash Legend looked like a star in this match. So Ruka looked like a star in this match. Brie Bella coming out and getting a huge pop that she did was really surprising to me. I was surprised. I feel like she got the pop of the night, considering they haven't seen her in a long time, and they're in Saudi Arabia. Usually those crowds are kind of duds, but she got a huge ovation. I enjoyed the hell out of this Rumble. I thought Maxine Dupree and Becky Lynch and Natty Neidhart doing their thing, where Natty eliminated Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch then went on a tirade afterwards saying that her feet never touched the ground, so she should still technically be in.
She's right on her butt.
Yeah. I enjoyed everything about this Rumble. The winner was the right woman won. I really was hoping for Bianca Belair. We didn't get that, but Liv Morgan winning was the right decision. It was a fantastic match and a great way to end the show, or end the Royal Rumble, with Liv Morgan smiling and posing and being crowned Women's Royal Rumble winner. She deserves it. She's been incredible. She's the best woman on that roster right now, and she deserves a high-profile match at WrestleMania, and she's going to get it.
Yeah, did you see that she kept forgetting to point at the sign, and they had like a producer yo, point to the sign, bro. That's everybody why do you not want to do that? Everybody points to the damn sign. Liv's like, no thanks. By the way, she's getting finer, bro. She's like losing weight. And so I don't know how can you make perfection even more perfection? I do. It's happening. So Liv Morgan, once again, DM me. But yes, she did fantastic. She's been the runner-up, a couple years, so she finally won it. I made the prediction of Bianca, but I said Liv should win. So I'll count that as me being right. But she won it. Lash Legend looked like a star. The crowd chanting overrated was hysterical, because she's basically an NXT-er, and now all of a sudden she's overrated. Hysterical. Yeah. I was actually surprised that the Saudi Arabia crowd knew so many, because usually they only know WWE or older. That's why they want this. That's why Roman, and so they want the older people, because they don't watch the current product, and it was cool to see them kind of know a lot of these people. That's Sol Ruka, but Sol Ruka shine. I know Lash got the most eliminations, but Sol Ruka was the star of this match, well deserved. Brie Bella was fun to watch. I wish we would have got more. I mean, I get you can't get everybody, and not everybody wants to dress up like a Power Ranger and be fully covered in a match, but it's still nice to get some people. The couple things I was surprised by was Rhea and Becky Lynch really not having much ado. They were there, but not really. So they did really focus on the younger stars, and Liv is still a younger star. People are like, oh, she's been around forever, but she hasn't. She hasn't been a star for that long. So her winning is fantastic. Looking forward to it. And this match, I actually thought opposite. I thought Flair and Bliss kind of slowed it down by not doing anything. And then all of a sudden we went from them two to 12 or 13 women at once. When the ring gets too crowded, it gets convoluted, and it's just basically
that's true.
People laying on the ring, staring and waiting for their time to and you can see it. It was kind of, but once the second half kicked in, it was an A+ match. So thumbs up for me all the way up. Fantastic. Might have been the match of the night. Pretty close, but yeah. But the second half definitely took over. So yeah.
It was a fantastic Rumble. It was way better than the one we'll talk about to close the show.
Women's usually are. All right, the match that had Ryan in tears. He texted me saying he doesn't know he's going to sleep tonight. I don't even know how he got through Sunday. Then he realized the Pro Bowl with Shador Sanders wasn't on until Tuesday. So it ruined his whole damn weekend. Yeah. He wanted some Shador to cheer him up. He couldn't do it. He wanted to see some good old-fashioned flag football. But yes, Gunther did not make AJ Styles quit, but he put his ass to sleep with the fakest sleeper in all of the business. Gunther is now the career killer. What say you? Thumbs up or thumbs down for this match?
I'm gonna give it thumbs up. I mean, I think we all expected this to be a banger, and it lived up to the expectations. The match was good. The storytelling in the ring was good. The storytelling going into the match was great. Is this the end of AJ Styles in WWE? He didn't take the gloves off. He took them off and then put them back on and walked up the ramp. So that makes people think that maybe he might be going to TNA. He might be going to New Japan. He might even be All Elite. But yeah, it kind of leaves that ambiguity open of was that really the last we've seen of AJ Styles? And then Gunther just continues to, get better and better with everything that he's doing. We'll get into it on when we do our weekend review, but him coming out on Raw to AJ Styles' music was fantastic. He should have done that with John Cena's music after he retired John Cena as well. But all that stuff was just, everything about it was great. The post stuff, the stuff on Raw, fantastic. So I give this match really, really strong thumbs up.
Yeah, this is a thumbs up for me too. This is my debate between this or the women's match for the match of the night. I loved it. It was like 20-something minutes. AJ put it all. I like how the near falls that got the crowd thinking that AJ was actually going to pull it off. And I think the best moment of the entire match is when they rang the bell and that crowd was silent. And it's not like X-Pac silent. No, that's silent of the fact that the crowd, and I always said that about when Lesnar beat Taker. When that crowd was silent, people were like, oh, that means it's shit. No. That means it meant something. That's cinema, as the kids say, right? Because that's letting you know how invested they are and how devastated they are, that they can't even make a peep. That said a lot. And yes, AJ 100% is just retiring from WWE. He basically said it in an interview or on Stephanie McMahon or wherever. So I don't think he'll go all elite because he doesn't have to go to AEW to wrestle AEW people. I don't think he's going to do that. I think he'll probably start off in New Japan here and there and wrestle some all elite people.
They have a relationship
with some matches. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, he's not going to go to AEW, but I see him ending in TNA. I think that's the point. The only thing with that is them in WWE. So how are they going to ignore that, right? So they're going to have to be very, careful with that because he's going to have a retirement match and then have AJ and TNA wrestling against WWE superstars. It wouldn't make sense. But yeah, I think he wants to end it in TNA. And honestly, when you think about AJ Styles, do you think WWE, even though he's had more matches there? No, you think TNA. He's in TNA. It's like Matthew Stafford. He got MVP this year. He's won a Super Bowl on the Rams. And people like, how are you going to remember him? I think you'll always remember him as a Lion. It just is what it is. It's where he started, where he went. Even though he's done more on the Rams, he's still a Detroit Lion. And that's kind of how I feel about AJ. He's done more in WWE, but he'll always be TNA. So, yeah. But great match. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, I think.
Big time. Big time thumbs up.
All right, your my boy Drew McIntyre defeated your doppelganger when Sami Zayn straight up clean, dog, like nothing. Treated him like he was MJF on an episode of Dynamite. Nothing. What say you, dude? Thumbs up or thumb down for Drew's first title defense?
I'm going to go very fringe thumbs up. I thought this match was good. It wasn't a banger like I was expecting. I was expecting more from Sami Zayn because of how popular he is in Saudi Arabia. But I don't want to give it a thumbs down because, like you said, Drew McIntyre won clean. No interference. No, he didn't cheat to win. He didn't. He won straight clean and annihilated Sami Zayn. And I think that's exactly what his championship reign needed. He needs some good victories. And I think this is a huge win for Drew McIntyre in his WWE title reign. So I give this match, did I expect more? Yes. Was it bad? No. So I'm going to give it a fringe thumbs up.
I'm going to go a little bit more than a fringe. I liked it. So I'm a thumbs up. I get that it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but just because my expectations were high, just like I don't want to dog the men's Royal Rumble because we got no Chris Jericho. It's not their fault, right? Sometimes stuff, just my expectations are too high. Yeah. Doesn't deserve to get slaughtered. I get it wasn't an absolute banger, but it was fun. I was invested. I was into it. And there were a couple times where I thought, hey, is Sami going to do this? Obviously he didn't. The crowd wasn't as upset as I thought they would be, but nonetheless, Drew McIntyre defended. You got to appreciate it. You got to love it. And I'm hoping he makes it to WrestleMania. And actually, I hope he defends it as well. So
I think
Drew deserves that. I agree. He's killing it, dude. Best gimmick. And he looks good. Dude is like a freaking chiseled statue. All right. Well, we all paid our money for. Your prediction was right. This is the only prediction I got wrong. And that's on you, homie. Blood is on your hands. The tribal chief, I posted about this. So I thought this was awful, and people were attacking me like not knowing who I am. I'm the biggest Roman Reigns fan in the world. If you don't know, look at my freaking – I've always been a Roman Reigns fan for day one. He did not need to win this Rumble, but he did. He wins the Rumble. He defeated Braun Breaker the last second. Just kidding. We'll talk about that later. But Roman wins. He's your new number one contender for one of the championships.
Acknowledge me.
Yes, sir.
We will. But he won. What are you going to do? What say you? The Royal Rumble men's match, thumbs up or thumbs down?
So I am super pumped that I got the prediction right. It was the safe option, and I actually think it was the right option for Roman Reigns to win. But with that being said, I think this match was a full-on thumbs down. Everything, this match, there were some good spots. Yes, there were some cool moments. Sure. But like it started off hot, and then it's like the opposite of the women's. The women's match kind of started off a little slow, got going there towards the end. This one started off really, really good with Obafemi coming in at number 1, Braun Breaker at number 2, and then getting eliminated really by the Masked Man before he could even really enter the ring, and Obafemi eliminates him. And like the match just keeps going and started off hot. Then it kind of fizzled out, and it really slowed down. But whoever produced this match needs to be reevaluated for CTE or something, because the production of this match was god awful. You had Obafemi like looking like a star, then he just gets randomly eliminated by Brock Lesnar. Are we really doing Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi at WrestleMania? Is that the plan that they're going? Because like I don't know. I feel like it should have been the other way around. Obafemi should have eliminated Brock Lesnar. Then you had Jey Uso come out. And everyone's doing the yeet, 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 the entrance and everything. And then you have Brock Lesnar, of all people. Say what you want about him, as like this should have been a huge deal. But Brock Lesnar gets eliminated during Jey Uso's entrance by Cody Rhodes and LA Knight. Yeah, they didn't even show it. They like cut to a replay of it because it happened. Like I can guarantee you, people in the audience were like, "How did Brock get eliminated?" I missed that because I was yeeting. Like it was so bad. It was so bad. And then the lack of surprises, like we got Powerhouse Hobbs, Royce Keys. That's cool. He didn't really do anything though. And then no Chris Jericho, and whoever came up with the idea of Gunther being number 30. Like it would have been cool for Gunther to retire AJ Styles and win the WWE Royal Rumble all in the same night and go get into the world title picture again and kind of, continue his moniker as the career killer, but also, he retires CM Punk at WrestleMania. Maybe that was the avenue that they were going, getting his title back from the guy he lost it from, but also ending his career as well. But no, they had Roman Reigns eliminate Gunther. And I feel like that kind of hurt Gunther a little bit. It kind of like the last we should have seen of Gunther was him, eliminating or retiring AJ Styles. But no, the last thing we see of Gunther is being thrown over the top rope by Roman Reigns to win the Royal Rumble. I'm happy with the winner. It was the right pick. It was the safe choice after what they did last year with Jey Uso and the fans shitting on it. I feel like they needed to just play it safe this year and go with the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. It was the right winner, but the match itself, way, way, way thumbs down.
I'm going to rate this thumbs down, obviously. I thought the whole match was shit. I don't think there was any good part, to be honest with you. Well, there was one half one. I'll talk about it. But I don't want to get what I saw on Raw twisted on my feelings on this match, because I still don't think at this point Roman was the right winner. I'll let you know if I feel any differently now. But there could have been so many other people. I don't like what they did with Braun Breaker. You had a moment to have Obafemi versus Braun Breaker. They could have stared each other down for 5. They could have people entering and wrestle around them that could have been the biggest moment. The crowd would have been so chanted, holy shit, forever. And instead you had him eliminated by Austin Theory, because it's Austin Theory. So you know what I mean? It was he had a goatee. He has, unless it's Seth, but it wouldn't be Seth because
people are saying it's Jake Paul. Yeah.
Jake, yeah. When did Jake Paul become a little person? There's no way. It's just, but either way, who cares? Why didn't you have Braun Breaker have a match and then that guy enter and eliminate him? Why would you eliminate him right off the bat and then just throw him out? It was just a really stupid booking decision. I thought it started it off awful. I'm glad Obi had a phenomenal night. He looked like a star. What was the point of the Vision? After that, they all just sucked. There was no point to them. They were hyped the entire Rumble. And then you have Paul Heyman come out with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. What was that?
Eliminated instantly. Then Cody, what did he get eliminated? I don't know. Who gives a shit? It was just a really weird world. And then the only part I half liked was El Grande Americano. Too. It was funny. He's back. Party hard. Spider-Man pose. That was really it. I thought the whole thing was shit. And then you have Gunther come in at 30. So you make him limp to hope that that's your reasoning on why he gets eliminated. This dude retired Cena, retired AJ, and walked out and lost in the Royal Rumble. What's the point? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why put him in? He needs
so
to
bad.
be hot. We'll talk about Raw, what he did afterwards, but it doesn't make up for the fact that he lost in the Royal Rumble at number 30. Have him number 1 if you want him to lose in the number 30. I don't know who wrote this shit. And I'm sorry. Roman could have won the Elimination Chamber. Whoever's going to win the Elimination Chamber could win this Royal Rumble. We don't need Roman winning the Royal Rumble. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like, once again, whenever we're in doubt, because here's the thing, Saudi Arabia, they don't care. They get their money. Vegas, they don't get the money like they do at Saudi Arabia. So I think they need those ticket sales, and that's why Roman Reigns won that match, because they're like, shit, no one's buying these tickets. Hopefully Roman and, Punk will help sell those tickets. So, but yeah, super thumbs down. It made the whole night ruined for me. I was in awe this entire match. And I'm not even holding Jericho against them or anybody else, but we need surprises. Powerhouse Hobbs, I will say, I did like that his name said Powerhouse Hobbs, and then it said Royce Keys. And he picked that name. It has to do with his last name, even like his mother or something, or I don't know what it is, but it's meaning to him.
Mother's maiden name and his son's name or something.
Yeah. So once again, people shitting on him, his creation. So, but nonetheless, I liked it. I wish he would have done more, but there was a lot of people in that match. But
yeah. This match was a huge letdown, and a lot of it was our own expectations. I think we expected there to be a lot more surprises than what we got, and I think we just got to stop trying to count on all the surprises at the Royal Rumble, because Triple H, that's not something that he ever does. He never delivers with surprises at the Rumble, and I was disappointed that there wasn't any Jericho, and I'm not convinced Jericho's coming to WWE anymore, unless they're saving him for the Raw after WrestleMania. But even then, I'll believe it when I see it at this point.
I mean, he posted way too many WWE Instagrams to not be on it. He's like posting all his old stuff. I just don't see what the point of that is if he's not going to fulfill it. Really quick too, and I didn't even bring up the Jey Uso shit, but before we close, WWE, no more yeets on TV. Yeet on a commercial break. No more Jey Uso entrances on TV at all. It's a waste of time. Nobody's eating at home. Nobody likes it. If it's fun to do at a live event, have him do it during a commercial break or have his intro during a commercial break. No more eating. It's stupid. It's ruining him and it's ruining the product. So,
and
that's all I'm going to say about that.
On top of that, let's stop running it back. We don't want it once. We don't need it twice. So, thank God, a half moment that I did enjoy on top of the El Grande Americano stuff was Roman getting them to run it back and then punching Jey Uso in the face. I love that, because it was like, okay, perfect. Roman means business now. He's not here to make friends. He's not here for his family. He's here to win the Royal Rumble. So I did like that he stopped it from running it back. But we got to stop that crap too. Nobody wants to see it.
Trash. All right, there it is. Our 2 thumbs with attitudes WWE Royal Rumble review. Let us know in the comments if you agree or not, what you think, how you're feeling. And by the way, tune in after this. We're going to have our WWE weekend review where we'll cover Raw, NXT, and so on. And before we go, Ryan, I want to say it. I'm going to say this on the next episode as well. I want to give props to a former WWE superstar who is hosting the halftime Super Bowl show this Sunday, Bad Bunny. I don't care about people's politics.
I thought you were saying Kid Rock.
No, F that. He ain't hosting no shit. There's going to be 3 people watching that, not even including his family. If you don't know Bad Bunny, do it. The show is going to be awesome. And if WWE fans know him, he is an alumni. He's in my heart. I don't care what. And I'm Puerto Rican, so he's even more in my heart. But here's the thing. If you want to see the greatest walkout of all time, Backlash. I think it's 2023, I believe. But it's
Yeah.
Backlash in Puerto Rico when Bad Bunny comes out. Holy shit. Go watch it and watch that match and let me know if your political views are going to get in the way of watching him perform, because it's going to be an absolute banger. That's all I got to say. As always, if you want to check me out on all social media, my_wrestling_opinion. And with me, as always, is
Ryan Enjoys Wrestling on all the social media platforms. Go follow me over there. We are on TikTok at Two Dudes with Attitudes. We're on Instagram at Two Dudes with Attitudes Podcast. We're on X at Two Dudes PC and on Twitch at Two Dudes_with Attitudes. So go follow us on all the social media platforms. And we're right here on YouTube where we need the subscribers. We're getting likes, we're getting follows. We just need comments and we need more engagement. So we appreciate everyone's love and support there at Two Dudes with Attitudes on YouTube. And then we are on all the social, I can't speak. We're on all the audio formats as well. We're on Apple, Spotify, everywhere you get your audio podcasts. We're in the top 10% of all listened to wrestling podcasts. We want to get into that top 5%, the top 1%. And the way to do that is to leave us 5-star ratings, leave us reviews, tell everyone about your favorite two dudes on the internet. Help us grow, help us get this thing out there, because we think we're the best wrestling podcast out there, but it don't mean anything coming from us. We need to hear it from y'all. So go out there and tell everyone about your two favorite dudes on the internet.
Heck yeah. Two Dudes Wolfpack. We out.
Two dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the two dudes and our attitudes, ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton, they here to get your attention. A 5-star broadcast, shit, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all E, the two dudes with the attitudes that bring the heat. Get the point, yeah.